Welcome back to another episode of the Nostalgia Cast.
Hi, guys.
So right now, tonight, is just me and DJ. Figured we'd get, not really rush anything, but get something out to you guys, you know. I know you guys enjoy this shit for some fucking dumb reason.
Well, it's to show that, you know, Smokers Lounge isn't just,
Yeah.
you know, catering to horror or just to the unknown or anything. Like, we do fun shit, too.
I mean, all of our shit's fun. It's just,
Yeah, but this is like the lighter side of it. Like,
Yeah. This is the behind the scenes conversations that we just turned into a podcast.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's like, man, fucking everything sucks right now. Let's talk about the 90s.
Yeah. 90s were the shit, man. We had the best generation. Last best generation. Like, this shit nowadays sucks.
Yeah, people will actively argue about that, too.
Dude, they're dumb. Like,
They're like, oh no, the 2000s was the best generation. It's like, no, that's when y'all motherfuckers had MySpace, and that caused problems.
no, MySpace didn't. Facebook did, and it still continues to make problems. We all betrayed Tom, damn it. That motherfucker had us freaking doing line code to put fucking a music player on your front page.
Just to make our profile page like badazz.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like it had to be
Dude,
like
that shit was
glittery,
dope.
or if you were an edgy teen, it had to have fire on
Dude, I
it,
remember
you know.
mine had the freaking Matrix for like so long. I bet it still does.
I actually did mine all in
And MySpace is still going too. I want to go back to MySpace so bad.
like mine is mine was all
Pretty
Juggalo themed.
Huh?
Mine was all Juggalo themed, and I spelled out Juggalo like Jay.
Yeah, mine was either Matrix or fucking Slipknot or
It was
something.
like J-A, it's like a Juggalo. Mm-hmm. I spelled it all out in the name.
God. Dude, MySpace was dope. Facebook is boring.
Facebook's for fucking old people to bitch.
Nah, Facebook's for pussies. That's why I love Twitter. Twitter's got so much better since Elon's got it.
I don't even want to talk about any of that, man. This is supposed to be nostalgic.
I know.
Fuck the now. All right. Excuse me, I'm gonna have a drink of the flavor.
Oh my god, yeah. That is
It's a flavor.
it's a flavor. It's a fucking concoction. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Speaking of flavors, are we in agreement that like the snacks and the candy was like way fucking better?
Yeah, our childhood had the best candy.
Yeah, like oh my god, like it wasn't even fucking close how
Like,
good it is.
Yeah. The shit now is just you could taste the chemicals in it. But yeah, back in like God fucking whenever they have like the real Mountain Dew,
Yeah.
the real sugar Mountain Dew, it's like, oh, this is childhood.
No, I think
Or anytime you like the first time I tried Surge when it came back, I was about that.
I think
I was Vault. Vault was the shit.
I think well, what was it? It was like the Jello in the Kool-Aid jam, like in the Kool-Aid like drink tubes.
Huh?
Like you know, like the Kool-Aid jammers.
Yeah.
Yeah, where
Like
you
Capri Sun?
Yeah, like well, no, not the pouches, like the
Yeah.
little plastic bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they used to put Jello in those,
Why?
and you just
Oh, like a
it out.
gel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Jello. Like it was legitimate Jello in a bottle on the go. That was fucking that was awesome,
Dude.
All right.
I didn't know about that. Dude, 3D Doritos.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. I was like 3D Doritos.
When they brought them back for a minute.
Fuck 'em.
That was when I was still working at the gas station,
Dude,
and I was like,
I bought them. Yeah, I bought a bag of them. They're not that good.
nah.
I was like, because it's only one fucking flavor. I want nacho cheese back. And
The
no,
only thing that
fuck
still
Cool Ranch.
tastes like it did back then was the taco flavored Doritos. Those are spot on.
Yeah.
Because they sucked back in the day too. I hate them things. They're gross. I can't do it. I love taco shit, but those are. If you like them, you're definitely a white people.
Also, like commercials were better back then too, because there was a split in commercials. Either
No,
it was
not even that.
dead
Like just
serious.
ad placement, like fucking Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Money. They ain't hiding it from you.
I just
They
like
just got it out of your face in 15 seconds, and then boom, rest of the movie.
I just like if it was either like very serious, like a car commercial, like buy the new Buick.
oh yeah, that was epic.
And then it goes into like a toy commercial where it's like some very brightly kids are like, oh, everyone buy buy this toy. It'll give you a sugar rush. And then a fucking candy commercial come on like, strawberries. It was like it was an acid trip to watch fucking commercials back then. Like nowadays,
With the
it's just
color,
like,
too.
ooh, you're
Shit.
lay edgy. Like, ooh, you're creative. Like, oh my God. That's
My mom
Bring back
mom
that
still
shit.
has the fucking TV when HD, like 1080p, not 1080i, but 1080p HD first came out. My mom still has that TV. It still works. It has not dropped a pixel. It doesn't even flinch. It looks brand new.
I did not get an HD TV until I was already moved out.
Damn.
Like, I was...
My dad spent way too much money. He spent like $1,400 on this fucker back in the day.
I went to...
It was like 2000... Yeah, we had just moved there, so it was like 2008.
Oh, man. No, it was right before Shiloh was born.
Oh, hell.
No, you remember the TV, actually. That plasma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 720p plasma that I had.
Dude, we used that
That was
thing
my
forever.
first HD TV I've ever had, and then I went out and got a 1080p. And it was bigger, but it was like really slimmer. And then we turned it on and played fucking Overwatch for like 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
Just because we were...
Fucking... That's what it's like going from like on our PCs. Mm-hmm. Going from like us having 1080p for so fucking long, and then we went to 1440p, and it's like,
Yeah, it was
whoa.
like, wow, wait a minute, hold, time the fuck out.
And hell, I found out the other day I got to looking it back up. My LG is actually 4K. It's native at 1440p.
Yeah.
I was like, so it's like I've been starting to watch YouTube and shit. I started watching YouTube in 4K on it because my computer doesn't give a shit. It's like, okay, like it was game for it.
Speaking of like computer games back in the day,
Dude, old school Doom.
yeah,
Would
no,
it scare the shit out of you because it's all pop scares?
Power Slide. It was strictly PC. It was a fucky game. Or Age of Empires, the original one, because I still remember the hacks for them. Like where you just tap and enter pepperoni pizza 5,000. I will play that game. I have it downloaded on my laptop.
Yeah.
I will seriously sit there and just fucking play that game for no damn reason for 19 hours and just speed run and just build an entire fucking legion. Like it's ridiculous
That sounds
how
like
much
me
I
with
love that
Skyrim.
game. That and Diablo 1. I do the same shit with that.
That shit has a permanent place on my computer. Like, I love that shit.
Or Unreal Tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That came out in
You
like
got
97.
flying around with rockets and shit. It was
With that
super
flat
loud.
cannon that would just fucking destroy everything when you
Yeah.
shot it. Yeah.
I didn't really game too much on PC. I was still console. Like, fuck, we're old enough to remember every version of the PlayStation.
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
I got 'em.
have had every generation besides the 5, and I want one.
I don't want a 5.
I do just
I
because of
can't
Gran Turismo.
I can't
That's the
support-
only game I'll put on it.
I can't support PlayStation right now.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
that-
hoping that drops the price on it because I still want one. I don't give a shit.
I went Xbox.
That
I
dude.
had to. Like,
Yeah.
I almost
Well,
bought
that-
one.
the-
Like, it literally came down to a
almost did
3-hour
too, and then I
decision.
realized everything I can play on Xbox, I can literally play on my computer. I'm just gonna keep my fucking computer
Like,
there.
I was at work. Like, hey, I'm going to go buy a PS5. And I was like, you know what? I haven't been in the console game in a while. I'm going to read up on them real quick. And everything that I was reading up, I was like, yeah, I really do want the PS5. It's got better this, better that. And then
I think the PS5 is overall, like, besides controller, is a better console. That controller is hideous.
But when they said, hey, you're only going to be able to allow to sell your physical copies of games at registered PlayStation dealers because they have a fucking encrypted code and shit on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you can't, I wouldn't be able to sell you or lend you a copy of this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I just want it
bullshit.
for Gran Turismo. I don't even want a disc version. I just want a purely freaking, like, that'll be the only thing that's on that
That's
thing.
why I bought the Xbox X. That's why I bought it. It was that one decision. It was like 3 hours before I got off work. I was like, all right, looks like I'm buying an Xbox instead. Like, I saved up so I can buy one. I'm like,
I should have got that freaking that PlayStation from fucking American Rental.
you
They fucking chased me around for 6 months for it. Fucking dicks.
whatever.
Oh, dude, I got a story for that later. I guess.
So,
Dude,
that,
like back to the candy and shit, Twizzlers having like a bunch of different flavors. Shit, Hubba Bubba fucking gum. When that shit came out, we all lost our fucking minds.
I was like a huge sour junkie.
Yeah. When Warheads came out, I was
when
about
Warheads dropped, I was.
Once they started getting into the nuclear shit and all that, I was like, nope. I got a threshold, and those soar past it.
Nah, I'll eat them. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm seriously.
I want to see you try the world's most sourest candy.
I want to try it so bad. I'll do it on fucking camera.
Dude, I've seen people leave it in their mouth for like 5 seconds. I mean, it locks your jaw up.
Oh, I definitely want to try it then. Dude, remember, I'm also the same guy
it looks painful, really.
That drinks lemon juice, salt, and water.
You're fucked up.
Because not only do I love the taste, but it helps me poop. Or you've seen me eat lemons like an apple.
Yeah.
Just salt, or rhubarb, salt, make it super fucking sour.
Yeah.
I love sour so fucking much.
Fuck that. I don't. I can't do it.
Like, son of a bitch. And speaking of sour, this goes back to the 90s, because there was something in the 90s that I specifically remember buying at Dairy Queen. The sour blizzards. Like, they were just straight up sour. There was no flavor to them. You could say, like, hey, I want strawberry or blue raspberry or whatever. No. It was like biting frozen Warheads. Like, just that intensity all the way down. I always ate a large one. Like, my dad was like, that's so creepy. Because I wouldn't make a face. I just, In
your happy place. Fuck that. Nope.
It's fucking weird.
That just makes my jaw hurt thinking about that.
Not even, like, even going back to the snacks. Like, it seems like they tasted better back then. And maybe because I'm a smoker or whatever, but
I swear, like, even like back in the day, like, remember like Pizza Hut buffet?
Yes.
I've seen that. Like, there's a page that I follow on Facebook. Dude, it makes my fucking day every day.
I remember Pizza Hut tasting better. Like, way fucking, like, that was like the one to beat.
Has that still tastes the same, at least to me, is their Supreme. And that's the only pizza that I'll get from them. Like a stuffed crust Supreme is my go-to. If I eat anything else, it fucks me up from there, and I don't know why.
Well, it's not that. Like, do you also remember Pizza King tasting a little better?
Yeah, for anybody outside of Indiana, they
all right,
won't
so
know.
my parents
it's a Hoosier thing.
They had an old Pizza King menu from like 1995.
Oh, dude, that really changed that much.
Dude, no. Pricing? Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I imagine pricing.
$10 for a fucking 18-inch Royal Feast.
Dude.
$9.99. You know how much that shit is now? It's like $40.
Yeah, it's like 40, 50, 40, 45 bucks.
Good God!
Dude, I love fucking Pizza King, though. It is so fucking goddamn good, but fuck, it is not that goddamn good. Like, it's an every once in a while fucking thing.
Oh, do you want to... I mean, if you want to, you can come to Aiden's birthday dinner with us. We're going to Claire's.
Oh, dude. Bet.
But just... You got to play nice. Kaylee and Sean's going to be there.
As long as we smoke before, I'll be fine.
I don't plan not to.
I didn't figure, but that's the only way I'm going to be able to. As long as I have enough pizza to constantly stuff in my face, cool. I should be fine.
we might want to cut that part out.
No, whatever.
But no, I remember that fucking menu was like...
Dude, like, I'm bummed about the Taco Bell here. But I get why they did it. Like, talking to the owner and shit that used to... Because east side to right next to O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Where I work.
Yeah.
And that shit, dude, that was fucking chaos. And I came in at the tail end of it. Like, I hated every second of it. Like, they fucked our fucking... never mind. But ours was like one of the last in the county that had the old school 90s inside.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like walking into a time machine. Every time you walked in there, it was so fucking cool, and it was current. Like, it was an actual Taco Bell that was still running,
and it tasted better.
Yeah,
because they still had the original equipment.
All the OG shit. Yeah,
you look at the new equipment.
I think the newest things they had was the registers and the microwaves.
Yeah. Everything else, like the fucking tomato press, all that shit.
Yeah, they're all OG. They're seasoned. Yeah. And that one was the best. Like, don't get me wrong, like, the new one's fine, but they don't. I swear the portions are way different.
They're smaller.
Yeah,
Every portion is smaller right now.
Dude, Winchester was worse. Oh my god,
Like,
that place is a joke.
have you seen how small the McDoubles are?
Yeah,
They're like that big around.
yeah, they're tiny.
Like, have you seen how?
Like food was actually big back then. Like a Big Mac was actually a fucking Big
Yeah,
Mac.
like that was one of those, like, you had to commit to eat that. Like,
yeah. Like a medium fry back in the day was like a large fry now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, hell, we had an extra large option. We had
Super
four
size me.
Yeah.
Yeah, super
There's a
size
whole
me.
ass fucking documentary about that.
Uh-huh.
And we lived through that shit. That
You
was
wanna
the best
s- yeah.
shit. Like
The
if you-
drinks that
my
they would
mom
hand
get-
you are larger than these.
We would get a number. My mom would always get a number 7 when we were little because that's the double cheeseburger, the 2 cheeseburger meal.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Andy got to each our own cheeseburger, and she would supersize it. So we had enough fries, dude. It was OG back then. Like you have 2 kids that really don't eat it really that much, or they're like super simple to fucking please, like me and Andy. Hell yeah. Get a burger, fries, and as long as we agreed on the drink, we're cool.
Going back to the super size me, do you remember the Inspector Gadget McDonald's toy set?
Vaguely.
Where you had like different parts of Inspector Gadget you would
Oh.
get, and you'd have to build the big Inspector Gadget?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that.
You had the whole set.
Fuck yeah, dude. And I got it the
Dude.
right way too.
Like,
Happy Meal after Happy Meal after Happy Meal after Happy
Damn,
Meal after
you got
fucking
lucky.
Happy Meal. No. I didn't get lucky. I got fat.
fair. It just happened. It was bound to happen.
Well, it's like I kept begging, like, I'd go to a friend's house because I know his mom would always take him to McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fuck it, I'm going over to his house because I'm going to get McDonald's. And then I'd come home, like, hey, and like, if my parents are tired, like, why don't we just have McDonald's?
I'm not gonna lie. Like
I'd go
that was
there
my
like 3 or
favorite
4
thing
times
to
a day.
do was piss people off. That was toy hunting when I worked like my first job working there. Yeah, I knew we had a whole ass box of them, but seeing the little crushed look of their faces when no, sorry, we haven't got the new ones yet. I got in trouble a lot. For
Man,
that.
people also have to realize that McDonald's toys are designed to not be worth shit.
Yeah,
They're not
It's
worth
the
fucking anything.
collection thing.
Yeah, they're not worth fucking anything like, at all. Even the
well-
oldest ones are.
Yeah,
Even
like
the oldest,
the OG Transformer ones were pretty dope
they were dope, but
because they were their own thing for a while.
but they were not.
Yeah,
You know what? I'll even say it. Happy Meal toys back then, way fucking better. The 90s was the best
oh yeah,
era
they
for
didn't give a
Happy Meal
shit if you
toys.
pinched your fingers. I didn't give a shit. They were so much better.
We got legitimate Pokemon cards for fucking Happy Meal toys.
Hell, that's how you got the original, like the
You.
gold cards.
Yeah, I got them. I got the entire set.
I think I got like a Togepi or something, if I remember right.
Like, actually,
I
that-
didn't care
that
because I was
little,
like, cool, I got a gold Pokemon card.
That
Like,
Pokeball that Sophie came walking in, that's what they came in.
yeah,
Yeah, she
that
had
was the
one of
only
my
way to
extra
get
ones.
them,
Yeah.
and then Walmart started selling them. God, remember Kmart, and JCPenney and shit.
I remember back when we had a Target.
What, Richmond had a Target?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Back in the 90s, we had a
God.
Target. It was the best place to fucking go. I loved going there.
Nah. I actually still prefer Target than fucking Walmart, but I look like I belong in Walmart, so
I'm just not driving 60 miles away to a Target.
yeah, the closest one's Muncie or Dayton.
Dayton, Trotwood, actually.
Yeah.
So in case you guys ever want a geolocation where the fuck we're at.
Hell, I just said the fucking name a minute ago. Oh well.
But no, then everything back in the... And it
better
might,
come
be,
with that same energy.
it might be just because we're nostalgic about it, because this is the Nostalgia Cast.
Yeah.
But it may be just because like we're chasing that like nostalgic serotonin in our fucking brains or
Oh,
whatever.
dude, 100%.
And I think that's why we associate it with being better, because it was a better time.
Well, I've always heard, like, the best way to put our generation is we are the generation of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Because we went through so much shit so fucking fast.
Oh yeah, in a
like,
in a 10
we
year span.
remember when
yeah.
these didn't fucking exist, like cell phones. Like,
I remember dial-up internet.
I remember my first cell phone, and it didn't look nothing like this shit. It was
Nope.
all plastic.
Now they're all black rectangles.
Yeah, pretty fucking
But-
much. And people fight about it.
They're black rectangles.
You have a Google Pixel. I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max. We have the
He
best.
said the entire fucking name.
Shut up. I've assimilated, motherfucker. I have an Apple Watch on too, and an iPad, but I won't buy a Mac because they fucking suck. So I, at least you know I'll never fully commit. Because, God, unless they can start fucking hanging with PC on gaming.
No, not even close.
They could if they would allow it.
Well, also nobody wants if they're going to spend $25,000 for a mid-range gaming PC, they could spend that just on AMD or fucking anything AMD really.
Yeah.
And go Microsoft and
smoke it.
And I'm talking $25K would get you a redonkulous fucking build that would smoke any Mac, even in its top peak performance.
And game on it, yeah. And not give a shit.
So it's like, and mind you, that's for a mid gaming. That's bullshit. That is ridiculous. I watched that entire episode on Linus Tech Tips. And I'm like,
oh, dude.
And he was just like, we built the exact same specification for like $6,000.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
He done really pissed me off. I unsubscribed, and I've subscribed to him for like.
I'm still subscribed to him.
Nah.
What'd he do?
He posted some dickhead shit.
Like what?
Something about one of the employees. Like it was just a simple mistake, and to me, it feels like he blew it way out of fucking proportion. He started making videos on it and all this shit. And I'm like, dude, that's shitty. Like, I get if he cost the company money or whatever, he or she, I can't remember. Hell, I might even be right. I remember it was something just like
I've been noticing there's been like a different cast there.
Yeah,
like
I mean, that it's always been like that, but yeah, I was like, nah. I do that though.
You know what else was like outwardly amazing back then? If you weren't weird, you did not.
Clicks were a lot more obvious back then.
Yeah, like you had to be weird. Like you could not be a normal kid in the fucking 90s. It was like you were looked at so strangely.
No, I think it's just how we grew up. Like I think as the 90s as a whole, like I said, like you had your jocks, you had your goths. Like everything was way
more spread out.
Like you had your rednecks, like you had your fucking emo kids. Oh hell, emo kid wasn't even. It was punk back then.
Yeah, it was punk. Yeah, or grunge.
Yeah, punk turned into grunge. Yeah,
but no,
but now everything's kind of, which is I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it was a lot more obvious back in the day.
So I will have to say though, clothing.
Don't come for me, liberals. I'll fight 10 of you.
Clothing got a lot more comfier because 90s clothes was not fucking comfy.
I think that's just because we're old and we dress different than we did back in the day.
Yeah, because I'm not putting fucking raw ass denim on my. Dude,
I remember taking my fucking insoles out of my Converse because I thought they were uncomfortable.
Yeah, see,
I put extra insoles in my shit. We
altered our fucking clothing for it to be comfy.
Yeah,
like now it's just
no. I'm just saying, like I had big ass feet back in. Hell, I still got big ass feet.
I think everything was a little bit more accessible to us as well.
Well,
when I say accessible, I don't mean like shopping wise or consumer wise. I mean like
everything's handed to you now.
Yeah, like if we were able to watch a certain TV show that was successful to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like fuck
hell,
yeah,
we had to run in between between commercials.
Yeah,
and commercials didn't suck back in the day. Like I would watch old school commercials. And like news shit, it's just like I don't fucking care.
And it's just, it was the best.
20 fucking years of fucking watching that shit. Fuck out of here.
You could get up, run to the bathroom, grab a fruit roll up on your way back in, and continue watching. I remember actually doing that, with a Kenan and Kel movie.
Yeah, I did it to The Matrix when it first came out on TV.
So
even though I watched it in theaters.
I really think that like gaming back then as well was a little bit more fun because there was a fun challenge to it. There was no fucking paywall. There was no DLC.
Have you ever tried to fucking play like old school fucking Guitar Hero? Like,
yeah.
Oh man, it's so much harder than I remember.
I
remember that shit was, and like I could play actual guitar, like fairly I would say pretty decent. I can hang.
You know what I remember? I remember when we actually played Guitar Hero together that one time.
Yeah.
Like for the
Dude, I'm
first time.
trash at it. I can do it up to hard.
I fucking beat you somehow, and I looked over and I went, "You can actually play the guitar."
Trust me, I don't even get it. I don't get it, and I've been like decent at Guitar Hero. Like round like 3, I got pretty good, where I could do some expert shit. But yeah, because you got to think, hell, by the time the second one came out, I'd already started playing like gigs and shit.
Ooh, speaking of like old school like video games. So,
oh, man,
I remember my first video games on the PlayStations. So, strictly 1 and 2 here.
Okay.
So, PlayStation 1, we started with the Crash Bandicoot Spyro the Dragon because we were kids. Yep. Which eventually
I did Spyro.
We kept going to Family Video and renting a whole bunch of games and Blockbuster and whatnot.
Yep. Dude, yeah, we remember Blockbuster.
And I would rent a whole bunch of like Resident Evil, Twisted Metal, and like, and Mom and Dad didn't give a shit because it was pixelated. Like, it wasn't that bad. But when PS2 came out, I remember the first game I bought for it with my fucking Christmas money. Mm-hmm. We went to Sam Goody. Yeah, we had a Sam Goody. It was in the mall. It was right across the street from KB Toys. So, we went to Sam Goody, and I went Max Payne.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I looked at my dad. My dad looked at me with a very stern fucking face and goes, "You know this is just a game, right?" I went, "Yeah." He goes, "So you know you're not going to replicate anything you see in this, right?" And I'm like, "No shit." But, I was like, yes, father.
Yeah.
Dude, I played that fucking game. It fucked me up, and I loved it. The slow motion bullet shit, I loved it.
Have you ever heard you want to hear the best argument for people that fucking think that violent video games make you violent?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so if people go by that logic, then, cooking video games makes me a fucking chef. And they watch their brain just have a fucking aneurysm. You're like, that's not how it works, but just let their brain implode. It's my favorite thing. It's a new hobby.
Video games doesn't fucking do that. People that over obsess about the violence do that.
I'm sure it does. It triggers something in some fucking batshit crazy kid. But he's already batshit crazy.
It's not that. What it is we know that it's like, okay, this video game is violent. We know it's not real.
Dude, I survived the original Modern Warfare 2 COD lobbies. Like, y'all are fucking snowflakes.
But we survived through all of that. So it's crazy for us because we never looked at it as like, yeah, it's a violent video game, but it's not going to make me violent. It's the people that obsess with the violence that became violent.
Yeah.
And that's the people.
I always tell everybody it's the same situation like Full Metal Jacket. You know what I'm talking about? Where the dude keeps the magazine and fucking kills the drill instructor.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was already screws loose before. Here, let's let him shoot a fucking gun. Mm-hmm.
Like, these were pre-existing
so, like,
conditions.
not all of them are making everybody batshit crazy.
Like, I remember, like, bands were getting sued.
Oh, dude.
Because they were like...
Fucking Twisted Sister, like...
Oh, my God, man.
That dude fought like a motherfucker. He's like, nah, fuck you. Like, I love Dee Snider.
He was great in Holliston. But...
God, like, all the fucking Marilyn Manson getting fucking blamed for the Columbine shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened. Oof.
And Eminem fucking defending him. That came out of nowhere.
Actually, one of my favorite songs by an independent rap artist is the artist's name is Ill Bill. And he has a song called Anatomy of a School Shooting.
Oh,
where he defends fucking Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold in it.
What the fuck?
Oh, the chorus is, it's like this. What's more fun than sliced wrists? You hate spray 25 kids. You'll be famous just like me if you do what I did. This is the anatomy of a school shooting. And that's like looped 3 times. And then what he's actually saying is like, I was the nicest kid in the world. Y'all were dicks. And it was just like, you pushed us to the limit, so this was the outcome.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to agree. I was such an immoral conflict. I was like, The beat's so fucking good. The fucking lyrics make so much. He's such a good lyricist. I don't want to disagree with him because he does raise very, very, very valid points that nobody likes to talk about. Because then I'm not defending school shooters by any fucking means. Period. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. You deserve what you got, whether it be the self-kill or whatever.
Don't be a dickhead to people.
But I'm also like, I'm not going to say anti-bullying. I do think that bullying to a certain extent should exist because it's going to toughen people up. Because
I think we need to stop blaming the bullies and start quit making fucking victims.
Exactly.
Like, we're only going to grow up. Cool. If somebody gets in your face, they hit you first, knock them fuck out. Like, you tell me, hey, Dad, I tried to talk it out, and he didn't want to talk about it, and he socked me. And you ended it? Cool. You're not in the least bit of trouble. Dad's got you.
So social media made people pussies.
Yeah, keyboard fucking warriors.
Because going into school, if you were getting ready to fight somebody, you fought them. Mm-hmm. There was no, I'm going to talk shit to you over Facebook.
Dude.
It was...
People think fights now are bad.
Oh,
shit.
No. Man,
go back to like 2002 and
fucking time, man.
Yeah.
All the time.
There's a fight every other day. Shit. They were bad. Like, I remember maintenance dudes fucking changing out locker doors and shit. And actual, like, doors because somebody busted out the window and was trying to cut somebody and shit.
I watch a dude get kicked in the chest through a fucking door and then get his head hit with staples.
Oh.
Okay,
yeah.
So.
I knew that. Yeah. I had somebody whacking somebody with a stapler in the forehead.
What happened was that it was in high school, so this is not the 90s, but the nostalgic part of my brain, though.
Yeah.
Because I watched this all go down. It was and it was such a bad room to kick somebody into because it was a special ed room.
Oh, no.
I'm being dead serious.
Somebody just turned around and cried out.
I'm not going to say names, but this black kid was arguing with this white kid. And this white kid had just walked out of class, so he was standing in front of his door. He had just walked out of class. He just walked out of special ed class.
Oh, no. Do I know either of said people?
Well, maybe. He got into an argument with this black kid, called the black kid the hard R N-word.
Oof.
Black kid Spartan kicks him through the fucking door.
Deserved.
Beats the shit out of him in the classroom. We're all gathered around. He grabbed a stapler off the fucking teacher's desk, opened it up, and he was just... I mean, there was staple, and he was just whack, 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 and I'm like, oh shit, this is getting real.
That's gonna hurt.
Blood everywhere, dude. It was great.
Fuck.
Oh, he definitely got expelled for that. But,
oh yeah.
But the other student, nothing happened to him.
The white dude?
Yeah, nothing happened to him, except that he had like 5 days away from school because he just got his ass thoroughly handed to him, and they had to pull like 27 staples out of his fucking head. Like he got mollywopped. Like it was bad.
Fucking deserved it. Fucking shit.
But it's those kind of generation kids that you don't say that to because they're not just going to run up. Yeah. Like this wasn't a reaction. It wasn't a TV. The second the R left this kid's word, the foot was in the chest already. Like he was on his fucking word Goku level speeds, just bow, and I'm like, oh, he gonna get his ass whipped. Yep, I was right. It's so like, I don't want to say like we were like the best at fighting generation, but we were definitely the best at resolving.
Well, I think we're the last generation to fight,
and I mean actually fight.
Like yeah, like look at the statistics. Like, look at the 90s. There really wasn't that many gun shootings. Why?
Oh,
we were throwing hands.
Actually, in the 90s, there were statistically higher gun shootings because that was the era of gangster rap.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That is a legitimate fact. There was a lot more gun violence in the 90s. And the reason why we don't have that much, like, grandfathered in from our generation, because our generation grew the fuck up.
Yeah.
And realize that
we still throw hands.
Like
I'm in my fucking 30s.
I've already seen enough blood. I'm tired of seeing this blood. I'm going to stop doing it. And everybody just kind of went, okay. Like, yeah, we get it.
Like you growing up here and me growing up basically Twin City. Like, yeah. I lost some buddies.
Well, I've lost friends. Hell, we got shot at together randomly.
Yeah. Fucker missed. Fucking
I was more pissed
fucking
off
high
that it
point.
was. I was more
That's
pissed
all I
off.
fucking heard. I heard the shot and I was like, is that a fucking high point? And I heard you and I was like, oh shit, we just got shot at. Like,
I
I'm
was
taking
more
a piss.
pissed off that he shot at us with a high point. I
more
wasn't even
pissed
that
they missed.
mad. I was like,
What the fuck?
I know I chased him down the
Represent
alleyway,
Richmond,
alleyway
that's all I
going,
heard.
that was rude. And then coming back to the porch going, was that a fucking high point that he shot at? I wasn't like, hey, I just got shot at, blah, blah, blah. It was just like he shot at me with a high point and a target load.
That night was weird. I knew we shouldn't have went and got those donuts. That was what the fuck's wrong with. Told y'all we should have just stayed the fuck home. Ew. Well, I had to get high and want donuts.
Yep.
Because, dude, the one night, like, at 3, 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, like, we were like,
Yeah,
what
we
the
had
fuck?
to go, we had to go to the fucking police station and shit and make statements.
Yeah. That was weird.
Damn. Thinking about it, we've only been friends for like 9 years.
Like, give or take, yeah.
No, because Shiloh's 9.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And like realistically, like I feel as though like we have grown up together in a certain way. Like 'cause
Yeah,
we do.
most of our 20s. Yeah.
Well, we also relive a lot of experiences.
What do you mean?
Like we're totally down for buying a fucking N64
Oh, yeah,
and
that.
just like having Doritos and Mountain Dew and just like
Yeah.
fuck it, we're doing an analog gaming night tonight.
Dude.
Like I've so wanted to sit down and have a fucking Halo party, split screen, fucking.
See, I was PlayStation. I didn't get an Xbox until the 360. Like, I never had the original Xbox. I played on it. Like, my buddies had it growing up.
God, I had one. I had one on my.
I've had every generation of PlayStation, though.
Okay, I can't lie. I've had both.
I mean, eventually, like, once I had the 360, then I started kind of bouncing back and forth.
I mean,
I've had almost every generation of Xbox other than the first one.
see, like
Because it was the first gen 360.
I'm so down for buying a fucking N64 and getting a
Hell, I don't know. I think my mom still might have mine.
getting a fucking Smash Brothers tournament going on,
Dude, I want to do, like,
or like Mario
Stoner
Kart,
Mario. Dude.
or Mario
I-
Party. That way we can all hate each other at the end of it.
You mean Monopoly, but fucking with pixels?
Yes,
God.
GoldenEye, Golden Gun, One Bullet tournament.
Dude, we would hate each other after that.
Da-da-da.
Just GoldenEye, period. Like, we're fucking instincts will kick back in. God.
Pokemon Stadium tournament.
You know, that wasn't supposed to be released until the Switch.
Uh huh.
I learned about that not too long ago. I was like, oh, because that was way ahead of its time when
Oh
it came out.
God, it was
Fuck.
so. I remember if you didn't have a certain year N64, Stadium wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Like it would glitch out so bad, you had to get like a model number year. Like
I had one and it just wouldn't work. It would just pop up a fucking message.
that's
saying-
it, yeah, because you had to get a newer N64 for it, and it wasn't
it was
like on
something with
purpose.
a ROM chip or something.
Yeah, and it was not on purpose.
It was just
like
how it was developed. It was developed on the newer one,
because that's a
and there wasn't cross compatibility.
Because that's a big thing that was actually really big in the 90s was the re-release of consoles like smaller and whatnot.
Oh, dude.
Or like a more form factor, but they had something upgraded.
The most
in them.
drastic, I swear to God, the most drastic was the fucking PS1.
Oh,
remember
yeah.
how big the fucking original PlayStation was? I mean, it wasn't like huge by today's standards. Like PS5's, God,
Yeah, big.
it's fucking huge. But like, it was about the size of a textbook.
Yeah.
And then the PS1 Slim came out, and it was like, phew, it was like just the size of the fucking disc. And I was
then
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and that was the PS1 Travel.
Yeah.
Because you had the big blocky one, then you had the slightly rounded one.
Yeah.
And then you had the Travel one that had the fucking that little box you could sit it on and had a screen you could play PlayStation on.
Yeah, it was
which
so
was
bad.
ridiculous.
Dude, shit back at, like, remember accessories for the Game Boy, how expensive that shit was? And if you didn't have it, you're a nerd. Like you were poor. God. Hell, I've had almost every generation of fucking Game Boy. Game Boy, Nintendo DS, whatever.
I have, actually, thinking about it. I've had
I
every
think so.
generation of Game Boy.
The only one I never had was the one that you got, the 2DS. Or no, I had a red one. Yeah, so I've had all of them.
No, I was about to say, no, you've had a 2DS.
Yeah. Because I sold my 3DS because it was pissing me off.
Yeah. You know, and
said, fuck it, and missed it, and then just said fuck it, and spent like $80 on a 2DS.
I think it was so good back then that I think one thing that we're forgetting is that we were discovering everything. Mm-hmm. We discovered Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
and how
Hell,
and like,
Pokemon came out when I was 10 years old.
1999.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 9 years old when it came out.
Well, it was late 99, so yeah, I'd have been 10.
And discovering Yu-Gi-Oh as well.
Yeah, OG
I'm trash
Yu-Gi-Oh.
at it, but
oh, dude, I had a Pegasus deck that my buddies hated. I had it fucking card for card for a while, and then I started making revisions to it and making it worse. Like, it don't let me get going. Like, that was the rule. Everybody knew that I was running it. We'd have these big ass tournaments and shit. I have pictures on my Facebook. I can show you right goddamn now of me nerd the fuck out over Yu-Gi-Oh. But yeah, everybody knew. Do not let Nick start snowballing. Because it was my version of the Wolf deck. Like, nobody wanted to run me.
Man, and the problem is that the Wolf deck ain't really all that bad.
That's same with mine.
It's
like,
built
I would tell people, all right, if you do this, if you can do this, you can stop it right now. And they would still let me just run them over. It's like, okay, I tried to tell you.
Well, on that note, I think your first episode of the Nostalgia Cast was on camera.
Yeah.
It was actually a decent success. I do believe we should end it here, though.
Sounds good.
Because we need to do it again, and we don't want to talk about everything. Because we're going to sit here and keep talking about it until it's just done. Just like then they're going to like, oh, no, we're not going to have another episode. Like we've covered it.
There's so much nostalgia though. Like fuck, we barely even scratched the surface. I think.
Oh no! Eventually, we're going to start getting into certain products.
Oh yeah.
Like and seeing if we can still buy one.
You can damn near get anything now.
Like an OG Tamagotchi.
Oh, fuck. Dude.
I have an OG Digimon.
Really?
Yeah.
No, man. Damn.
I even bought one for Bobby so we could battle.
Digimon's the shit.
You hear that, Poke fans?
Hey, I'm team both.
All right, well, we'll revisit this Digimon in the next episode, I think.
Yeah.